And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company.
He has a big thank you to say to his defense. He threw the interception, then boom, the defense gets it back.
But the ebb and flow of a game is something else, isn't it? But you made an excellent point. A big thanks is owed to that defense. They went out there on what we call sudden change after a turnover and didn't give up anything. In fact, took the ball away and set them up again. Really nicely done.
So a clean slate and a mulligan.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Pollard again. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing, Jones.
Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield.
They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jones. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Kirk.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll run for it with Pollard. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Pollard looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Pollard again. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And he's been throwing the ball up for grabs here early on. 2 passes, 2 interceptions. He'll try and rein things in a bit here as he starts again on 1st down. They'll run here with a rookie 2nd-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. On 2nd down and 4, Allen. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. And his pass incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Looking to throw. Jones. And it's caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Cooper Kupp
With touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Commanders are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
So out come the Falcons now. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Allen.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Allen.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Allen.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So 5 yards here. 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
So here is Washington now to take over.
They've dropped 5 straight coming in, so right now cherishing this lead. And they've got the football as well. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Over the middle. That's hauled in by Kupp. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Back to throw. Jones. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. From the 39, Jones. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Going to run again here with Pollard, and he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 2nd and very short, Jones. This is caught. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Herbert is in. Touchdown, Washington. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Sanders on for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Allen. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Allen going to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he stopped immediately there. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Walker. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he's out right at the 25. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Open man is Kirk, complete. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Back to throw. Jones. Open man right side is Cup, complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down. On the draw, it's Pollard. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again. Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Meanwhile, Allen's throws taken in by Waddle.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Allen's throw is complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Falcons weren't able to recover, so they will keep possession. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
And again, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory.
Throwing Jones. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Jones, he'll get this one to Cup, complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Jones. And able to find Kirk, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now Jones apparently a little unsure of everything here, so he steps back and signals for timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Pollard. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And late in the first half, it's the Broncos who are out on top. 2 touchdown passes there for Jameis Winston. From there, we fly north to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Tom Brady at it again. 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Former number 2 pick Zach Wilson with a couple of touchdown passes. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for Washington, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To the air, Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. On 2nd and 9, Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Jones. That'll be caught by Cobb. On the move past the 40. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A huge play there for Washington. 49 yards. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. On second down, a run with Herbert. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard, Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Jones. That's caught on the left side by Kirk.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That were a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Pollard again. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. They'll run with Pollard. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jones now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Sanders' kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change, because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. On 2nd and 10. Allen. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Some calls for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Jones over the middle. That's hauled in by Cup. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Jones going up top for Cup. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Falcons offense set to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Allen now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. On play action, Allen rolling to his right. And now here's another interception. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. On 2nd and goal, Jones. He's got it. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Pollard. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. All right, ball at the 1-yard line, 4th down. What do you say?
I say go, because if you can't get 1 yard, what's the old adage? If I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win anyway. Tell your team it's that time. Who's going to get down into trenches, grind it out, and make sure that ball gets in the end zone? Who's it going to be? Let's go do it.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He was looking for Jalen Waddle there.
And it's 3rd down and 2. Here's Allen to throw it.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of...
And my goodness, another interception.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7 but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Throwing now is Allen. And complete, right side to Cook. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Allen going to throw.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Allen again.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And the Washington offense going back to work. And it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing streak. They're not home yet, but in control in the 4th quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now a give here to Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Going to run again here with Pollard. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
Yeah, and this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on 3rd down. And he moves the chains and then some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
And the next-gen stat shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. 10 more there and another first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Now Pollard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run for Pollard. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Throwing Jones. Open man is Kirk, complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To the air, Allen. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Allen to throw once more. Caught by Wilson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen going right back to Wilson. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Allen's throw is complete, and he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here's Allen, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. One final try here for Allen. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And this is going to be a Commanders 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So it's Washington getting the victory here. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Washington, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.